Evening. How are you? Thanks very much indeed. We've got a marvellous studio audience. We hope you're enjoying yourselves at home. Well, we hope you have a good evening with us anyway on this edition of Bullseye. Listen to this. You remember earlier on in the series we asked some youngsters to send in all sorts of questions. They said the questions were too easy and they were sending us all sorts of different questions in. But listen to this. I read one out before and it started a flood of questions from the youngsters. Listen to this. Who was the famous escapologist who kept getting locked in toilets but could always get out? Hey, what do you think? Ludini. Let's see if our contestants can get it right on Bullseye tonight. Here we go. How are you, Graham? All right. Okay. The audience make you feel nice and welcome, don't you? So you're nice and relaxed. Right. And you're both from Kent, both Graham and... Now, you're a performer, Graham, aren't you? You're a sort of on the edge of show business a bit, aren't you? Tell us a bit about it.
I'm playing a band.
And what's the name of the band?
Split Pin.
Split Pin, available from Masonics, bar mitzvahs?
Yes.
What sort of lineup is it, Graham?
We've got, I play rhythm and backing vocals. We've got lead guitar, bass guitar,
and
drummer.
you do gigs around Kent at dances
all the
and
clubs
and
dances and whatever.
Yeah, but you're a bit of an extrovert as well, aren't you? You tend to do more than
I'll
just
dress
that.
up sometimes and do the raffle and that, you know.
And you want to wave to your family, right, who are down in Kent?
To my two boys and my wife, I like to leave them behind.
We're doing it on one. Can you remember the names, Graham?
I think so. James, Stuart and my wife, Judith.
Yes, there we are. See, that's Graham. That's your father, that.
Yes.
How are you, Mick?
I'm very well.
Nice to see you. Welcome to Birmingham, to these studios where we're doing Bullseye. Now, are you married?
No, I'm single.
What's your hobby then, Mick? What are your hobbies?
Well, I'm a banger racing mechanic.
You're into bangers?
Yeah.
You used to drive them, didn't you, Mick?
Yeah, I used to, but I'm the mechanic for the Smurfs racing team at the moment. Swale Motor Racing Club near City Hall.
Yeah, but you went from this wild hobby. You've moved on to something even racier now, haven't you?
Well, I've been playing bowls.
Bowls?
Yeah, the old man's game. I've been playing that since I was 16. So.
Have you really?
Quite a long time.
A lot of people tend to think it's an old man's game, but I know in the village I live, a lot of youngsters play. It's an interesting game.
It's a good game.
Glenn, how are you, sir?
I'm fine, Jim.
It's nice to see you. Are you Geordies, the parent?
Oh, yes.
Now then, this is quite fascinating, Glenn, because you are not the man who auditioned some months ago, now, are you?
Well, no.
You're somewhat smaller now, somewhat lighter. In fact, how much have you lost since you auditioned some months ago?
5.5 stone.
5.5 stones. I mean, that really is... But all you people at home, and I just heard the audience then, he really was a big lad. How have you done it?
Just willpower and no beer and fried stuffs, sweets.
No diet?
No, no.
By diet, I mean, you know, I recognise...
No, none at all.
You just stop the drinking and discipline yourself?
Yeah. Just common sense.
You have a bit of trouble with your food as well, Arthur, don't you? And tell us this story about... You're allergic, aren't you, to what?
To mostly, well, it's seafood, but mostly shellfish. I'm allergic, definitely allergic to crabs.
Allergic to crabs?
I was having some kidney trouble, so we thought, and they'd sent me for tests. So they stick this needle in your arm, and it pumps a fluid through your blood, lights up your kidneys, apparently. It's wonderful.
Right.
It wasn't so wonderful for me, however, because it turns out that the stuff they use is the stuff I'm allergic to, which is contained in soup.
But what happened to you? But the serious bit of it all was this. They
I had to run out for an antidote, and when they came back and stuck it in my arm, and I was covered in lumps the size of them. I was really all over.
Yeah.
And they came back with the antidote, and of course they stuck this other needle in my arm, and within seconds, 10, 20 seconds, the itching stopped.
But if they hadn't got the antidote as quick as...
That's right, they said it wasn't always kept in that part of the hospital when having a good laugh, and I said, well, you would have to run a bit further, you know, and they said, oh no, you would have died.
Really? It turned out to be... Blimey, yeah, so really, looking back, that was a bit of a frightening, wasn't it? If they had to go...
Covered in lumps for a couple of days,
Gracious me, yeah, never mind. Drew, how are you, sir?
Fine, John.
Nice to see you, and Neil, both from north of the border. You were a Scottish international dart player, weren't you?
That's right, John, for 4 years.
4 years, and you travelled the nation, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. But you've decided to have another go, haven't you?
In the last 3 weeks ago, I won the Unipark British Bears.
Yeah, that's right. But to get back as an international, you've got to go right back to the bottom, haven't you?
That's right.
And start again and work
Super
up.
League, counties.
Yeah, that's right. That's excellent. Neil, what are you into, sir?
What sports.
Yeah, all sports. What do you do for a living?
I'm a joiner, John.
A joiner?
Yeah.
Really? Tell us about your honeymoon, because you're a very shy man, aren't you?
We were married in Dublin, Jim, in West Village. And
Yeah.
We were out to Bray for the honeymoon. So we didn't want to go back too early.
Too early.
Didn't want to be too keen, no.
So you played it cool.
So we went out for a night, watched The Bachelors. They were on in one of the shows in
Yeah,
town
good act.
in Bray.
And you went to see
So
the
we went
show.
for a walk for an hour. Come back
After the show, you went for a walk.
come back about 12:30 at night. We were locked out. The place was in darkness.
Oh, what a shame, isn't it? Well, there you
I
are.
apologise.
Not a lot more we can say about that. Round of applause for our contestants, please. Well done. OK, let's get on with the game. We've met our contestants, now let's get on with the game. Bully's category board there. All the dart players have to do is hit the categories chosen by their partners to win loads and loads of money. Questions here have got to be answered by those people sitting over there. And just to remind you once again at home, questions in the first round, £30 each, OK? Let's talk to all three of you. Remember your bonus lights. If it's not your question, finger on your button to light that light. You may get a bonus. Let's play the game. Mick, choose a subject for Graham.
I'll have spelling, please, Jim.
All right, come on, Graham. Spelling we like. Flashing to help you. Excellent. £50 you have. For another £30, Mick, a shrill cry is a shriek. Spell shriek.
S-H-R-I-E-K.
Let me check it with Bully. S-H-R-I-E-K is correct. Get you £30, you're on £80. Let's move on. Come on, Arthur, for Glenn.
Faces, please, Jim.
Faces. Come on, Glenn, let's see if the North East can get into the act. £50. For another £30, Arthur, who is that? There's a light on, Arthur. Bully's in there. Well, Mick, for £30?
Russell Grant.
Is right, sir. Well done. Move on. Neil for Drew.
Sport, Jim, please.
Sport. Drew, sport would like, sir. Yes, £50. Dart players playing very, very well there, sir. For a further £30, Neil, which British swimmer won a gold medal at Seoul in the men's 100 metres breaststroke?
Adrian Moorhouse.
Adrian Moorhouse, and didn't he do well? Excellent. You're all looking very good, boys. £110 for Mick and Graham, Arthur and Glenn with £50, and Neil and Drew with £80. Well done. Questions in the next round are worth £50 each, a little bit more difficult. Let's look at the board. The subjects that are lit, they're the ones you can choose from. Here we go for round two. Mick?
Words, please, Jim.
Words. Come on, Graham. Words we'd like. £50. Well done. For another £50, Mick, which word is the international radio distress signal for aircraft and ships?
Mayday.
Mayday is right, sir. Gives you another £50. Well done. We move on. Arthur for Glenn.
Showbiz.
Showbiz. Here we go, Glenn. Showbiz. £50. Here we go, Arthur. Michael Jackson's farewell British concert was the biggest ever held in Europe. Where was it held?
Aintree.
Aintree is absolutely right, sir, for £50. Good, we move on. You're looking good. Neil for Drew.
Try history, Jim.
History we'd like, Drew. History. As usual, £50. For another £50, Neil, in the Second World War, the Japanese used a woman radio broadcaster to try to seduce the American troops into surrendering. Shh. What was she called?
Tokyo Rose.
Good man. I thought you'd blown that. That was excellent. Tokyo Rose is excellent. Look at the scores at the end of round two. £210 for Mick and Graham, £150 for Arthur and Glenn, and £180 for Neil and Drew. Well played. All right, here we go. It really is a tight one tonight. It's £100 a question now, far less for the dart players to hit. Off we go for the last time, Mick, in this part of the game.
Places, please, Jim.
Places. Come on, Graham. Places. Handled it well, sir. £50. For another £100, Mick, of which country is Sofia, spelt S-O-F-I-A, the capital?
Bulgaria.
Bulgaria gets you £100, sir. Well played. Arthur for Glenn.
Books, please, Jim.
Books with like. Books. £50. For another £100, Arthur, ex-jockey Dick Francis has written 27 novels. Which other ex-champion jockey also writes thrillers? No light on, so you're OK. Albert, Bully's beaten you. We'll carry on. Move on now. Neil for Drew.
Well, try Britain, Jim.
Britain. Drew, Britain with like. £50. Which city in Britain is overlooked by a hill of volcanic origin called Arthur's Seat?
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. £100, sir. Well done. Which gives us, at the end of part one of this game this evening, £360 to Mick and Graham, £200 to Arthur and Glenn, and £330 to Neil and Drew. Well done. Very high-scoring game tonight on Bullseye, isn't it? 3 couples with us. We lose 2 in the next couple of minutes. We ask the 3 dart players to compete in 3 rounds of darts against each other, win for the partner a question. The value of that question is the winning score. What we're saying to you really is, play well, boys, because it's pounds for points. Only 1 couple can stay with us. It's over to Tony.
OK, Graham, up to the hockey. Just take your time. Let's look. It's 5. Treble 5. Another 5, all the 5s, eh? 25. OK, Glenn. 25 to beat. It's 20. 5. Another 5, 30. Well, it beats 25. OK, Drew. There it is, 30 to beat, Drew. It's treble 1. Treble 20. And 20, 83, which takes the first round, Jim.
Neil, takes you well into the lead this, if you can tell me this, sir. By what nickname was the television cook Graham Kerr known?
Galloping Gourmet.
The Galloping Gourmet gets you £83. Back to Tony.
OK, Graham. It's 20. 5. And 20, 45. There you have it, Glenn. 20, 19, 19, that's 58, which is leading Drew. 20, treble 3, and 19, 48, so 58 takes the second round, Jim.
This is for Arthur for £58. The ancient Greeks used to crown their victors with wreaths. Which plant's leaves did they use?
Laurel.
The laurel is right, to rest on your laurels, poet laureate, etc. Which gives us £360 for Nick and Graham, £258 now for Arthur and Glenn, and Neil and Drew with £413. Last time, back to Tony.
OK, all on this round, Graham. 20, 19, and 20, that's 59. OK, Glenn, 59 to beat. 20, 20, and 20, 60. OK, Drew, 60. Treble 1. Single 1. And treble 20, 64 takes the final round, Jim.
Well done, Drew. Neil, which fictional character refers to his wife as she who must be obeyed? Never mind, you can have £60. Arthur?
Rumpole.
Rumpole gives you £60. which gives us, as we come to the commercial break, Mick and Graham with £360, Arthur and Glenn with £318, but through to Bully's prize board, Neil and Drew with £413. We've got to say cheerio to Mick and Graham and Arthur and Glenn. In you come, boys. Come on, lads. In you come. Well done. Well done, boys. Well done. You've given the viewers tonight a lot to talk about in the pub tomorrow. It really was exciting, wasn't it? That 60 did it, didn't it?
Yes.
Oh, I bet that destroyed you then, didn't it? I shall start to count this money out now. It'll take me around 2 minutes. We'd love to see you in the second half. See you then. Welcome back to part 2 of this very exciting edition of Bullseye. Well, the two boys from north of the border, Neil and Drew, £413 you've got, boys, haven't you? Well, it's bronze bully time. You can relax for a second. Quite a coincidence, this, because we've got a gentleman from these lads' part of the world. He's throwing for charity tonight. Please welcome, as he throws for charity, Scottish international, Ronnie Sharp. Thank you very much.
Very nice reception, Ron. OK, this time, best of luck. 20, 20, and 20, 60, so near on. It's 5, 20, and 20, 45, don't worry, 3 to go. 20. It's 1. And 20, 41. Well, it's 146, Ron. Bad luck. Bad luck. So near. Come on. So near.
Oh, that's wrecked, wasn't it? And I was watching, it was so near to easily 301, wasn't it? I mean, the whisker away.
It's quite hard, Jim.
Yes, it is. And we only give you the 9. The public at home know that. We don't give you any warm-ups. It's 3 and then the 9, isn't it? Never mind. £146. Where's it going for charity? Where's it going?
One of my friends in Craignook had a heart transplant last year.
Yes.
So we decided to give them money to Patworth.
So it's got Patworth Hospital.
Yes.
£146. We'll go there right after the programme. Thanks for joining us, young Sharpie.
Anytime, anytime.
It's always a pleasure to have you. Sometimes we have a drink afterwards, don't we?
One or two.
Thanks for coming.
I'd just like to say one thing, Jim.
Yes, you're getting with pleasure.
I think the lads back in the Lanarkshire will be glad to know that Drew's got the makeup on.
Oh, dear, you've ruined his life now. You realise that, don't you? Wish him all the best before you go.
Best of luck.
Really, excellent. Well done.
Neil.
Thanks very much, Ronnie. Thanks. Bye. Well done, boys. All right. Well, that was incredible, wasn't it? That could have been so much money, and, well, bear that in mind when you come to the 101 if you get to it. Bully's prize board. Let's see what he's got for you tonight. In 1. It'll be music all the way with this portable CD player.
In 2.
You'll really itch to reach for the switch on this 14-inch colour TV.
In 3.
Here's a sizzling good prize. It's a barbecue complete with accessories.
In 4.
If you enjoy a little gardening, here's a little garden in a terrarium.
In 5.
Time will just flutter by with these butterfly children's books.
In 6.
Now listen to this. As if you need telling, it's a super portable radio cassette player.
In 7.
They're handy, they're dandy, they're a nest of pine tables.
In 8.
Here's something to keep your spirits up and in. It's a whiskey decanter and glasses.
And Bully's special prize.
What a great price to sail off with. It's a windsurfer and wetsuit. Right, there you are. And we're giving you £9. It's the red sectors round that board we're concerned about, because that's where the prizes lie. Keep out of the black and in the red. Nothing in this game for 2 in a bed. 6 darts for you, young sir, and 3 for Neil. All right. The best of luck. Listen to Tony.
OK, Drew. Just take your time. All right, best of luck. Off we go. That's red. It's number 1.
That's fine. That's the portable CD player.
Red again, number
Excellent.
2.
14-inch colour TV.
And that's black. Unlucky. That's a good start. OK, Neil, remember what's gone.
Look at your lights.
It's black. Red, number 7.
Fine, that's the nest of pine tables.
And black. All right.
Look at your lights.
Neil's still got 3 to go. OK, Drew. Red, number 4.
Fine, that's the terrarium.
Red again, number 5.
Well done, that's the children's books.
And red again, number 6.
Very well played. That's
done,
the
Drew.
portable radio cassette. Boys, you've done very well. Let's have a look at what you've won. You've won the portable CD player, the 14-inch colour TV, the terrarium, the children's books, the portable radio cassette player, and the nest of pine tables. You have done very well. Now, listen and think very, very carefully. This is not a normal dart situation, as you know, over the last 8 years. The £413 you take home with you, and that £146 that Ronnie got, that's down to Papworth at the end of the programme. It's these prizes, and you have won an armful. Would you like to gamble those prizes against tonight's star prize, which is hiding behind Bully, 101 or more with 6 darts? Non-dart player to go first. You've got the time it takes the board to revolve to tell us what you'd like to do. Audience, what do you think? Come on. What do you think? Well, you've still time, she's not round. It is a lot of... I know how the viewers feel at home about this. There are a lot of prizes there. It's a big old gamble. Speak to me.
I'm going to have a go for it.
You're going to have a go for it. Non-dart player to go first, 101 or more. We do wish you all the best. Here we go, over to Tony.
OK, Neil, just up to the hockey now. Take your time. This is the one, all right? Best to look. It's 101 or more for tonight's star prize. Everybody's with you. That's 11. That's 8. And that's 16, which gives you 35. And Drew leaves you needing 66 or more for tonight's star prize. Treble 20 is the 60, and that's enough, Drew!
Boys, look at me. Have a look at what you've won. It's the Great Golden West Adventure, a packed 2 weeks escorted holiday in that land of incredible natural phenomena. Yes, California. After a flight from London to Los Angeles, this golden tour offers an epic journey to the sights which to many are merely a dream. Los Angeles itself, with the famous added attractions such as Hollywood, Sunset Strip and the Magic Kingdom of Disneyland, and beautiful San Francisco. These are but a few of the names that become a reality on this once-in-a-lifetime holiday in California. Well done. It's a great holiday, isn't it? Well, you can hear it. We've got 2 very delighted Scotsmen here. £413 they've got, and it's in these tankards, of course. And more important than the holiday in Las Vegas and San Francisco, of course, you've got these bendy bullies to take home. Take those with our compliments and your bullseye darts. Thanks to Ronnie Sharp, he came with us and got us £146 for Papworth Hospital, didn't he? All right, we'd like to thank you all for watching Bullseye. We're thrilled to bits down in the studios. We love it when we win because we like to think everyone's a winner on Bullseye. Thanks very much for watching. See you next week. You can't beat a bit of bully. Bye.